some new details, and some good news. The 28 states that have been approved to send out extra SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, in the month of February for millions of low-income Americans all across the country. We have a lot to talk about right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I do want to talk through the new updated list of 28 states that have been approved to send out the extra allotment for millions of low-income Americans all across the country when it comes to those food stamps. Now, this has updated here over the last couple days, as just a few days ago, I was out in a separate video talking about 26 states. Also, over these last few days, we've gotten some new developments, and I can tell you this much, it is actually very encouraging, as a lot of these lawmakers all across the country right now are recognizing this is not a good situation, and they're starting to talk about implementing permanent raises to these benefits. Let's get into it and talk about what they're now saying, because this is actually some pretty good news. However, really fast before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it is my dedication, my commitment, and my promise to you and everybody right here in the community to continue to be here right by your side every single day, watching all this new information that hits the wire, breaking it all down, doing all the research, and delivering it to you each and every day so you can stay updated with what's actually going on out there, and most importantly, how it's going to impact you or anything popping up right now you can possibly grab and or take advantage of. It's a very busy time right now. It's also a very uncertain time, and I completely understand there's a lot of people that are struggling, which is exactly why I'm here for you every single day and why I'm advocating on your behalf every single day. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below, and remember, I'm here for you as much as I can be. Thanks again. I truly appreciate it. Let's get into it and talk about all the details and what has transpired here over the last couple days when it comes down to what these lawmakers across the country are now thinking about the expiration of the extra benefits for SNAP beneficiaries. All right, now, if you've been watching the videos here over the last couple days or maybe the last week or two, I've been talking about this a little bit, which is February is technically the last month of the extra allotment for SNAP benefits. Now, this has been going on for a few years now. Way back in 2020 is when this actually started. So almost 3 years now, this has been going on, the extra allotment. However, February is the last month of the extra allotment, which, by the way, I will be bringing you that list of 28 states here in just a second that are going to be sending these out for the month of February. However, I've been mentioning for a while now, once we hit March, it's going to be ending. However, let's talk through the details about this, because as I've been saying here for the last week, week and a half or so, maybe 2 weeks now, I've been saying there's some information coming up where lawmakers across the country are recognizing, this isn't going to be a good situation, right? When this all ends, it's going to put a lot of people in a precarious situation. Well, here's what's going on here. Now that these lawmakers across the country are recognizing, wait, we've got millions of residents in each of these states here, and we've got a lot of people across the country, about 20 million people this is going to impact. It's not going to be pretty. There's going to be a lot of people out there that are struggling to put food on the table, and we're already starting to see some of these food banks and food pantries out there are really starting to get ready for a big rush of people. In fact, I've been reading a lot about this recently, where these food banks are really trying to stock up here because they're trying to get ready, because they're already seeing this is not going to be a pretty situation, right? And we all know this as well. Well, here's what's going on. Some locations around the country, in fact, New Jersey is one of these states out there where these lawmakers are working on implementing some changes to the SNAP program and implementing this raise into their benefit permanently. Not bad, right? Again, we've been talking about this for a while now, and I've been seeing it circling around, but now it looks like some of these locations around the country are actually moving forward with trying to make sure that there is no lapse in benefits for these SNAP beneficiaries. Again, pretty encouraging stuff, right? Now, there's also been some talk on the federal level as well, where they may want to implement this across the entire country, because a lot of people, obviously, over the last 3 years have become dependent on this extra money, as this extra allotment has been going out for almost 3 years now. Well, yeah, anybody that's getting an extra allotment for 3 years or even a few months is going to become dependent on that money. As soon as it gets taken away, it's not going to be good. We know this, right? We've talked about it so many times before, right? Well, again, I want to share with you another quick study and another report that I saw as well. They said, according to the statistics and according to what the average beneficiaries are getting right now, the average SNAP beneficiary is going to see an $82 reduction to their monthly benefit as a result of this extra allotment falling off. That's not good. $82 is like I don't know, maybe a week's worth of food for some people, right? That's not going to be good. So what does that mean? Well, it's not going to be good. I mean, it's just going to be an ugly situation, right? So that's not going to be, the way that they want to have this whole thing play out. This is not the trajectory that they want this thing to go. So anyway, according to what I'm finding here, as I record this video in early February, we're still looking at this, and as of right now, it's still set to be ending in March, but that might be changing in some locations or possibly across the entire country. Let's cross our fingers here that over the next, 3 weeks or so, between now and the end of February or March, when this is technically supposed to expire and be done, hopefully they'll get something done on this. And again, over the last couple of days here, we've already started to see some major changes and some major, announcements on this. People, actively working on this. So let's cross our fingers on this one. This would be actually some pretty good stuff because I've seen it down below in the comment section. Some of you here in the community are very nervous about this, wondering how you're going to get enough food on the table each and every month once this actually expires. I get it. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't know what their logic is behind this, other than it doesn't really make any sense, right? I mean, let's be real. How much does it really cost them, right? I have not run the numbers on this, but I could probably run some numbers on this, and it really doesn't cost that much. I mean, really, what is it? $100 a month for 20 million people? I mean, seriously? You know what I mean? It's just not that much when we talk about it. And when it comes down to it, you know what I mean? Federal funding, they have so much money that they blow on such other, like all the other things in the world. Why couldn't they just keep this in place, right? It seems like what they do, and again, me just throwing this out there really quickly, just seems like they pull out all the things that make sense and then push all that money into just dumb projects that make absolutely no sense at all, right? Does anybody else feel like that happens all the time, right? We see this all the time. Let's remove funding from this program that's working, and let's put the money over here for something that's completely dumb. I don't know. It just seems really, really kind of wasteful to me, but I don't know. This is working. Why stop it, right? I guess as the old saying goes, if it isn't broken, don't fix it, right? So I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be broken to me. So why are we trying to fix it? You know what I mean? So anyway, with that being said, I'm kind of encouraged about this, but at the same time, I'm also a little bit skeptical because we've seen this before. We've seen it all happen before where they come out and they make it sound like, oh, we're working on it. Don't worry. We've got your back. We'll cover you on this stuff. And then sure enough, the time comes and they've done nothing. So I'm encouraged, but at the same time, I'm very hesitant to get too excited about this because we've had the rug pulled on us way too many times here over the last couple of years that it's just like, like I've seen down below in the comment section thousands of times, we'll believe it when we see it. Yeah, right, all right? So anyway, I'll keep you posted on this, but some new developments, which, by the way, the list of states I'm going to bring you here in just a second is the new updated list. So like I said a few days ago, I was out with a list of 26 states. And again, it's now up to 28 states. Now, again, I would not be shocked at all over the next couple days here or so to see it update yet again and more states be added to this. But this is what it is as of right now, 28 states. So anyway, please feel free to leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Also, make sure to subscribe down below and just let me know what else I can do to help you out right now. I'm watching all this stuff very closely. It's a weird time. Things are changing rapidly. We're getting a lot of, new announcements and stuff like that coming out right now. And again, I'm just watching all this stuff, trying to sift through what may be out there we can possibly grab or take advantage of and what is the best information. So anyway, please subscribe down below, share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. With that being said, let's bring Corey in, which by the way, Corey, my wife, many of you here in the community know her. She's going to come in and read this list for me really quickly. The 28 states that have been approved for the month of February. And let's cross our fingers on this. All right, I'll keep you posted as I get more information. All right, Corey, take it away, and I'll catch you again later in the next video.
Alabama, California, Colorado, Delaware, District of Columbia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin.